simple case of refocusing and getting on with tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. We're right there. I think the series could easily be 2-1 us, obviously going into overtime twice, but yeah, we're so close.
Jake, how would you describe the feeling after seeing that goal go in last night and just, wallowing in it?
Yeah, it's tough for sure. You don't want to get down too long. The series is still alive. We still have a chance, so we're going to keep battling.
How do you keep the belief in the locker room?
I think we've always had belief in our group, in the coaching staff, and the plan that they set ahead of us. So, we're going to stay positive and be resilient like we have all year.
There's a lot of chatter about Claude Giroux, with the Flyers against Boston in 2010. Has he talked to the group about it? Like David Perron said a little bit last night, but has he brought it up this morning?
No, he hasn't.
Jake, what happened there was a situation where you ended up with Pontus Holmberg's stick in your hands. Like, what's going through your mind in that moment?
Yeah, I don't know. I just got hit and somehow his stick ended up in my hand. So yeah, it's kind of a weird play.
Was he trying to get it back from you? It looked like, or what?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to happen in the playoffs.
No.
The NHL's investigating. I guess some shots ended up towards Stolarz during warm-ups. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was going on. I had no idea.
Have you seen that, low in warm-ups over your time in the NHL? Sometimes pucks get flipped at the other team?
I don't know. I mean, guys have their own routine and stuff. I don't think it's like get in their head type thing. Guys have their own routines, superstitions, and whatnot. So.
What do you guys have to do to get to Stolarz a bit more, just like during the games? Like, he seems like pretty locked in.
Yeah, got to get in front of him more. I think just more shot volume as well.
There's been much made about the missed shots in this group. I think you're tied for second most in the playoffs right now of getting shots on net as opposed to over.
Yeah, I think so. But at the same time, I think guys too just get excited, and if they have an opportunity, it's a game of inches and bounces out there. So if you have a shot, I think guys are going to take it no matter what.
Fans in the city waited a long time to see playoff hockey. What was the atmosphere like last night?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. See the white towels going, and it was just awesome atmosphere.
Was there a moment when you kind of looked around to try to take it all in and it really hit you?
Yeah, I think during and right before the anthem, obviously just standing on the blue line and looking up at the crowd is pretty cool.
How do you think that atmosphere might be able to help you guys tomorrow?
Yeah, it'll be huge. There wasn't a lot of Toronto jerseys out there, which was kind of nice. Seeing a lot of, red and black. So, we have great fans, and they've had our back all year.
You've played against the Leafs here before. Were you expecting more Leafs fans in the stands last night?
Yeah, to be honest, I was expecting a little bit more blue, but good on our fans to come out and support the team.
Growing up, do you remember watching either of the last two series, the most recent times that teams come back from 3-0, whether in 2010 or in 2014?
I wasn't watching it, but it's we have belief, like I said before. So, we've grown as a team this year. We've matured, so we're ready for the challenge.
On the penalty kill, what's the biggest challenge? Obviously, they have so much star power, but a guy like Nyes, the size he is down low, what's the biggest challenge kind of dealing with a guy like that?
Yeah, he's a good player. I think all five of those guys are elite players, but I think we're just sticking with our structure and staying confident with it.
Yeah, we're all right. We're right there. It's 2 overtime in a row now.
But if people will see it says 3-0.
I agree. It is 3-0. We gotta find a way to win one game.
David, how do you think you've been playing as a team?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, a little bit of both. I thought we were right there yesterday. We, again, it's a shot that goes, I think, off of one of our guys. So these are the type of goals I feel that happen in overtime, and good on them. They got their bounces so far.
When you reflect on the fact that 2 of the losses were in overtime, does
Yeah.
it make it worse or better?
Well, the only thing we can do right now is look at the positive, and like you said, because of that, we feel like we're right there. And we have some things that we can adjust, clean up, play better, and hopefully that turns it into a win the next game.
David, what has to be the approach here? I'm sure you've probably been in this position before.
Yeah, win one game, not worry about anything else right now. I think that's the only way we're looking at it. Try to find a way to get re-energized on a day like today and play better next game.
Is in this situation?
Yeah. what's the history saying so far, right? Not great, but we're gonna try and turn that one day at a time, and that's the only way we can focus. I think G's been in that before in a good situation, and I don't think it has happened in a while. So I don't want to create a headline or anything. We're gonna go one day at a time.
This city's waited a long time.
What's that?
This city's waited a long time for playoff hockey. What did you make of the atmosphere?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Yeah, it was sick. One of the better ones for sure that I've seen, and I thought we used it to our favor to start the game, and we're gonna try and sustain that a little bit longer tomorrow.
Not trying to get you to create a headline, but
Yeah.
has Claude shared anything from that time with the Flyers? Any,
What do you think?
moments? Well, I'm assuming he probably has shared something.
Yeah, it was just brief conversation. Nothing more, nothing less. No headlines.
David, this league team plays a lot more low risk
Yeah.
style. You played for Chief.
Yeah.
What a couple of them. Can you see?
I see a lot of similarities for sure, and at times they have a shooting lane, and they just kind of keep driving the puck a little deeper. They delay, they hang on to it. We have our fair share of ozone time, and they do as well. It's not like they're killing us on that part, I don't think. But yeah, I do see some stuff that kind of pops in my head, and I know where it comes from.
Do you think Chiefs' coaching style is kind of built for playoff hockey?
Yeah, I do.
Their NHL is investigating, I guess some shots were taken at Stolarz during warm-up. Nick Cousins.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
You've been around the league a long time. How often does that sometimes happen?
I haven't seen it.
You've never seen that happen? Like pucks
No,
inside?
I'm saying I haven't seen what happened.
most
What
recent
happened
one.
yesterday?
Sorry?
No, like
No,
I
I'm
didn't
just
see
curious
the.
because, in your
I haven't
experience,
seen the video of what happened yesterday. Is there one out there?
There is a very grainy video of Cousins flipping a puck at Stolarz. That's the only one I've seen.
Grainy video? What does that mean?
Far away.
Oh, okay.
Like not clear, but like it looks like
We're gonna have to bring back HD for the warm up too, not just. I'm from the days where there was only 10 games in HD when I started my career. It sounds like we need to up the quality of video and warm ups too. I haven't seen it, to be honest. I'm sorry.
I mean, what do you make of how Stolarz is playing? How hard is it to get to this guy right now?
Yeah, he's playing good. They have a good system. They're a good team, good goalie. Yeah, we got to find a way to get to him even more, kind of like our first goal. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you're good.
Qu'est-ce qui vous fait croire que vous êtes en mesure de revenir de l'arrière 3-0? Ça n'a pas été
On va y
réussi
aller. Oui, non, effectivement. On va y aller une journée à la fois. On ne peut pas penser plus loin que ça présentement. On est excité à l'effet de comment on a sorti hier. On a trouvé qu'on a eu un très bon début de match. Puis on va essayer de ramener la même chose demain, puis garder ce rythme-là plus longtemps.
Il y a un joueur qui a vécu cette situation
Ouais.
dans votre équipe, Claude Giroux. Est-ce qu'il en a parlé un petit peu?
Brièvement, rien de plus, rien de moins, honnêtement. On n'essaye pas de créer les. J'essaye pas, en tout cas, présentement, de juste écrire une ligne dans un journal ou un article. On va y aller une journée à la fois, essayer de gagner un match, tranquillement, pas vite, essayer d'augmenter la pression de l'autre côté. Effectivement, je pense qu'en ce moment, la pression est enlevée à 100% de notre côté, puis on va y aller une journée à la fois.
Sur quoi vous pouvez bâtir pour justement dire...
Sur ça, sur une journée à la fois. C'est de reprendre notre énergie aujourd'hui, puis justement sortir avec notre meilleur match de la série au prochain match. Puis, on est drette là, ça fait 2 prolongations de suite que c'est un lancer qui rentre dans notre but. Ça peut aller des deux côtés. On va essayer de ramener la même chose puis être du bon bord cette fois-là.
Morning, a new day, and a new approach to tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all know it. We're down 3, back against the wall, so can't do anything about last night, another overtime loss. But all we know is we believe in each other here, and it's going to have to be our best here on out.
How long were you allowing yourself to be upset with the loss before thinking about just resetting for the next game?
You definitely wish it was shorter going to bed, but I mean, it's this morning. You come into the rink, it's a new day. You have to focus on what is going to get you ready to play your best the next day, and that's what we did. And we just had a good meeting this morning, and it's all of us to do what we need to do to just be ready to go to war tomorrow and do everything it takes.
A couple of days ago, you were talking about the adversity the team has faced throughout your careers or your seasons here. How do you draw on some of that in a moment like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's one thing that I know about our group is we've never went away and we won't go away. It's we have a lot of character in this room, and we've shown it multiple times over the years, the last couple of years, and you know what? It goes back to what I said is we know what we have in this room in terms of humans and hockey players, and we're going to believe it till the end.
This city has waited a long time for playoffs. What do you make of the atmosphere, and how bad do you want to give your fans a win on Saturday?
Yeah, no, it was great. The energy was awesome last night. Helped us start the game really strong. We played our game right off the bat, and like you said, I mean, it's been a long time for the fans, been a long time for us as players, so we were excited to play at home in front of them for sure.
What does a player like Flo say to the group who's gone through this?
Yeah, it's really, I mean, like Claire said last night, it's hard to talk about. I mean, there's not much to say after a second loss in overtime in a row. So, but you know what? Today is all about moving on. It's what can you do? We've lost the first 3 games. You can't change anything about that. What you can focus is what's coming ahead. And you know what? We're facing a great team. They have a lot of talent. They're playing good hockey. So we're gonna have to play even better in the next bunch of games here.
Growing up, do you remember watching any of those recent series where the 3-0 series was overcome?
Yeah, I remember. Well, the Philly Boston, right? I remember those, but I'm not focusing on that, to be honest. It's all about tomorrow night. It's one game at a time. You can't look on thinking about four games that are left or whatever. All we have in our hands in front of us is tomorrow night, and that's all that matters for us right now.
Thomas, the NHL's investigating some shots that came at Anthony Stolarz from the Sens side during warm-up. What do you make of that?
To be honest, I didn't even know that happened till this morning, but it is what it is.
When you finish warm up, I noticed in this series you fire one into the empty net after Stolarz is gone. Where does that tradition come from? Is that superstition? When did you begin doing that?
It began a while back when we started. It was this year, and then we won a couple games in a row when I started doing it. So then I just went along with it and just kept it rolling. Yeah, pisses me off a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
What do you guys have to do to get to Stolarz a bit more? Obviously, he's in the zone.
Yeah, he's playing some good hockey. He's making some big saves at big moments. You know what? It's going to sound simple, but it really is. You're going to have to put a lot of traffic in front of him and get some greasy rebounds, greasy goals, and cut his eyes out and be in front of him and not let him see the shots come in. And but yeah.
Speaking of grease, Cousins was one of the guys that looks like he took a shot at Stolarz there. What have you learned about his ability to agitate and get under the skin of
Yeah, that's always been his game. I mean, he brings energy for our group, and he's going to battle out there, and he's going to leave it out there. And you know what? That's part of playoffs hockey. You've seen it every year, and every year there's every series there's guys like that, and he's big for us as a group. He's been big all year. Obviously, coming back here for playoffs, so he's going to go out there and do what he has to do to get make an impact on the game.
Thomas, you played a lot of games at the Canadian Tire Center. Was there ever a moment last night where you looked around and it really struck you about the atmosphere?
Yeah, right away when the game started, it's kind of gives you chills, and it's just fun to see. Our fan base has always been behind us over the years, even though it hasn't been pretty years. And like we talked the last few weeks, it's first playoff experience for most of us. But it also is at the same time for some of the Sens fans that have been behind us the last 8 years, and it was just great to live that all together.
Thomas, en français, juste le mindset que vous avez, vous êtes dans l'arrière 3-0, ça n'a pas été réussi souvent de combler un tel écart. Comment votre approche par rapport à la montagne?
Ben, notre approche, c'est on perd 3-0, fait qu'il n'y a rien de... Il n'y a pas de solution magique, il n'y a pas rien à dire en ce moment. On a le dos au mur, c'est aussi simple que ça. Puis c'est à nous de se concentrer sur le prochain match. Je ne peux pas regarder trop loin en avant. La seule affaire qu'il faut se soucier, c'est le match de demain. Puis regarde, comme j'ai dit tantôt, on joue contre une équipe extrêmement talentueuse, une équipe qui joue du très bon hockey en ce moment. Fait que ça va être à nous d'amener nos matchs le plus parfait possible.
S'il y a quelque chose de positif sur lequel vous pouvez bâtir, pour dire c'est faisable, d'aller en chercher une première, ça
Ben, regarde, tu regardes les 2 derniers matchs, ça s'en va en prolongation. On n'utilisera jamais ça comme une excuse, mais c'est la réalité des choses. C'est des matchs de 1 but, c'est des matchs en prolongation que ça aurait pu virer des 2 bords. Fait que oui, on perd 3-0, mais j'ai pas l'impression que on se fait dominer à chaque game puis qu'on n'a aucune chance de gagner. Tu sais, la réalité, c'est que on trouve une façon d'amener ça jusqu'à la limite, avoir même une période de plus les 2 derniers matchs. Fait que non, c'est comme j'ai dit tantôt, le groupe est encore confiant. On sait ce qu'on a dans la chambre. On a passé au travers de plusieurs choses au fil des années. On est un groupe qui a du caractère. Puis une chose que je sais, c'est que on s'en ira pas nulle part, c'est sûr.
Est-ce que Claude vous a parlé un petit peu? Il a vécu cette situation-là d'être 0-3.
Oui.
Et avec ses coéquipiers, revenir de l'arrière.
Oui.
Ils sont rendus jusqu'à la finale de la
Oui, on a parlé un peu. C'est sûr, comme j'ai dit tantôt, c'est difficile d'en parler directement hier soir après une autre défaite en prolongation de même. Je pense qu'il n'y a pas grand-chose à dire après une défaite comme ça. Mais non, je pense que c'est aujourd'hui. Le meeting un matin a bien été. Le groupe est encore là. Oui, c'est sûr qu'on sait dans la situation qu'on est, mais regarde, on ne peut pas comparer avec d'autres années que les équipes sont venues d'un déficit de 3-0. Au bout de la ligne, la seule affaire qu'on peut se concentrer, c'est le match de demain. Puis demain, il va falloir amener un match presque parfait.
L'ambiance, comment tu as trouvé ça hier? C'était ton premier match éliminatoire à
Oui. Ah, c'est extraordinaire. Je pense à l'énergie des fans. Comme j'ai dit, ça fait longtemps qu'on attendait ça. On avait hâte de jouer un match devant nos partisans, de vivre ce moment-là avec eux. Puis eux l'ont amené depuis le début de la game. C'était extraordinaire. L'hymne national, je cherchais le mot excuse, mais l'hymne national qui est l'énergie qu'ils ont amené directement en commençant, je pense que ça nous a aidé à commencer le match très fort. Ben, je pense que tout le monde, tu demanderas à l'autre équipe, tu demanderas à ton équipe, tout le monde. Il n'y a pas personne qui est à 100% à ce temps-ci de l'année, c'est la réalité des choses. Mais non, c'est un but énorme pour nous d'égaliser la game comme ça. Comme je t'ai dit, on n'avait pas le sentiment qu'on jouait un mauvais match. On savait qu'on était dedans. Puis de voir Brady arriver à ce moment-là contre ce but-là, égaliser la game, c'est énorme pour notre groupe.
Well, there's a lot of chatter about Claude Giroux being with the Flyers back in 2010 when they came back from a 3-0 deficit against the Bruins. Has he brought that up, or have you brought that up as a source of a belief story?
No, but I'm sure Claude will. Man, that was a long time ago. Happens every once in a while. So we're not worried about, like I said last night, winning 4 in a row here. We're worried about winning tomorrow, and we've talked about being a process-driven team from day one. It's not going to change now.
There's been a lot of talk about experience, and do you think one of the things your team has learned fairly quickly is that the margin for error in the playoffs is small?
It is. Again, last night's game probably could have gone either way, but there are certain things in our game that I think we can do better, and we'll talk to our team about it. And where you talk about the margin and you can move the line a lot just by doing a lot of little things, and you kind of learn that as you go through the playoffs. And we're going to need to be better in a few areas.
Coach, you talked a lot about the atmosphere going into last night's game. How did you find it in there?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was great. It's exactly what you'd envision out of. I think every building's a little bit different. How loud they are, the way their fans are, and wasn't surprising how much energy was in the building last night. It was awesome.
Travis, Stolar's obviously a big guy, and it seems like some shots are missing the net. I'm wondering, have you addressed that? Like, is that a key point of emphasis for you guys?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about it a lot. Shot selection, hitting the net, getting in front of the net. I didn't think we had the puck enough last night in the offensive zone. I didn't think either team had the puck a lot. There was a lot of neutral zone play last night, and the other team has a say in getting pucks to the paint too, and they've done a good job, and we've got to do a better job. There's no doubt about that.
Travis, the NHL apparently looking into some pucks getting directed at Stolarz during warm-up last night. Like, what do you make of that?
Well, Mark, You know, it's an active investigation. I don't know if I should be commenting on that right now. So.
Have you reviewed the video?
I have people that have advised me maybe not to comment on it. I'm kidding. Yeah, I saw the video. It's Nick Cousins and Stolarz have played together. I don't know. Yeah, he's probably trying to either laugh at him or make a joke or get him off his game, and is what it is.
Did you talk to Cousins about it at all?
Yep.
What did he say?
He said, yeah, I know him. Game within the game. Happens probably a lot more than you think.
Anybody else wants to use the mic?
After the game last night, Craig Berube referenced his forecheck as being one of the strengths of his team in the game last night. Like, what were they doing so well against you guys, and how can you counteract that in Game 4?
Yeah, I think both teams are forechecking teams. They're quite content putting pucks behind and forechecking. I thought we did a better job the first two games breaking the puck out than we did last night. I didn't think our execution was as good as it has been, and that when you don't break the puck out as clean as you want, you're not going to look connected. I didn't think our forecheck was as connected as it has been, and you know, another little area that I think we can be better in.
You were deploying Tim Stützle in a lot of lines, using him in a lot of minutes. How do you think he's elevated his game for this playoff run?
Yeah, Tim's played well. You know, he might not be getting rewarded with as many points as he'd like or we'd like, but I've liked his game in general. I've tried to slip him out there with a couple different lines. We changed the lines last night going into the in the middle of the third. You know, Tim's the kind of guy that can play with anyone. He has the puck a lot, and he's a good hockey player.